Happy birthday, MRJ, from your siblings across the pond. You're celebrating your 80th anniversary. Well, at the URJ in just a few weeks, we will be celebrating our 150th birthday. And it turns out birthdays are perfect times, not just to appreciate how far we've come, but to look ahead, to see where we're going. As it says in Pirkei Avot, know where you came from, but more importantly, know where you're going. Now, a very wise sage named Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks taught us that change is not threatening so long as we keep hold of the values by and for which we live. I believe the essence of our URJ, our Reform Movement in North America, is that we have always been willing to change, not randomly, not occasionally, but as a deep commitment to continuously reforming. I think of Kodak cameras that didn't adapt, didn't pay attention to everything going digital. They froze where they were and the world just passed them by. We are not going to follow in those footsteps. No, thoughtful change is the hallmark of who we are and who we always must be. I remember my predecessor, Rabbi Maurice Eisendrath, in 1952, they said, what about buying a summer camp? And he thought, why would we buy summer camps? We don't do that. We do congregations, and we do prayer, we do study. They said, no, this is a good thing. Well, it turns out today we have 15 overnight camps. They are one of the most transformational experiences that we provide. So sometimes we hesitate to change, but change is critical. Now think about congregations. Congregations are arguably the most adaptable institution the Jewish people has ever created. We still pray, we still study, we still act kindly to one another, we stand up for justice. We do it in different ways. Our models of dues are different. Our models of how we do learning as a community of learners, that has changed. That is what we must always be willing to do. That's our secret. I believe it's yours as well. Now, belonging matters. We've come through this pandemic. We've learned how to do virtual prayer, virtual study. People are longing to be in person, but we have also learned something about extending our reach and about bringing more people into Jewish life. That is our instruction from the book of Isaiah, where we're told to enlarge your tents, spread out your tents, include more people. Now today, Reform Judaism in North America, and I know also in your neck of the woods, is a big welcoming tent. We have people for traditional backgrounds and those who are conservative and liberal and rich and poor, lifelong and brand new. That tent has a spot for all of us. We learned in the book of Deuteronomy, Atem netzavim hayom kulchem. You are standing this day, all of you, kulchem. Not some of you, you're Jews of color, you're LGBTQ, people who were once connected but not now. All of them are standing with you. How do we as a Jewish community extend our arms and our institutions to bring those who are longing for the gifts of our community to come be a part of who we are? Dirshu mishpat, Isaiah said, seek justice, undo oppression, defend the fatherless. These are core Jewish practices. We are about living up to those prophetic ideals and mandates, to build our synagogues at the highest point in the city, as the Shulchan Aruch teaches us, be a beacon of moral clarity. I think of our civil rights as a core part of who we are. It's an imperative. Just like prayer, it is obligatory. Racial justice is urgent, a morally urgent practice. One story, our temple, B'nai Israel in Victoria, Texas, a little tiny synagogue in the heart of Texas. Well, not too long ago, the mosque in Victoria burned to the ground. And the president of our Reform synagogue went to the imam and gave him keys to the synagogue and said, your house of prayer has burned. You will pray in our house 5 times a day. That's what it means to be a faith community that lives its faith, that builds bridges. And yes, we have anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred staring at us, challenging us. And we are a beacon of love, acceptance, but also strength and security. We think about our connection to the land and the people in the state of Israel. It's core. We were once a very small Zionist organization here in North America. We're now the largest. That is also part of how we grow what matters. We think about Israel, we're not connected only to who's in the political party that's in favor. Our connection is to the people and to the values upon which the state was created. And yes, my friends, just like you, we have a shlichut, we have a sacred mission to nurture and shape a Judaism that's inspiring, that's egalitarian, learned, inclusive, demanding, at times questionable, joyful, relevant, transforming, and evolving. We are called, as you are called, to be God's partners in shaping a more just and equitable, compassionate and joy-filled and whole world. Well, MRJ, happy birthday. With bold, enlightened leadership, your future and ours can be very bright. We look forward to celebrating many more milestones with you. Happy birthday.